Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is an album reaction, and it's featuring the music of the Kinks. And the album is called Low Budget. First off, I want to give a shout out and a thanks to Alan, aka Walking Wounded .64. Alan says, "Hi Wayne, here is a link to the Kinks' amazing tropical album, Low Budget. Ray sings about everything relating to the 70s, early 80s culture. Really good musical snapshot." Right on, looking forward to it, man. Yeah, I've always held the Kinks in high regard in regards to their songwriting, their creativity, and definitely in their earlier years they had a lot of energy, especially coming by way of the other brother, Dave Davies. And yeah, man, so they had a lot going on for them for sure. So always a good time to check out what the Kinks have to offer. So let's hit this up, man. Low Budget. And you call it a... Oh, sorry, did I say tropical? Okay, it's topical, sorry. Yeah, an amazing topical album. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'll find out. Alright, so, Low Budget, the Kinks, full album reaction. Let's get it. Attitude.
It's not your appearance they all detest.
That's not Ray singing.
It's not your manners,
is it Dave?
but that you gotta improve. Ooh, it's your attitude. Your attitude. It's your attitude.
Yeah, it's Dave. Ray doesn't have a growl.
It's your attitude. Take off your headphones, hear what's going on. You can't live in a time zone. You gotta move on. But before you get there, there's one thing you gotta do. Ooh, change your attitude.
He could be talking to his teenage daughter.
It's your attitude.
A lot of them are little shrews of that period of time in their lives.
The age you be here, I know 'cause I'm staring right at them. But you're still waiting for 1960 to happen. You might have the illness, but you got the cure. You got the answer. You will endure.
Yeah, the will to change.
You're the only person that's gonna pull you through. Ooh, with your attitude. It's your You gotta learn to be positive. It's your only chance. You mustn't be so defensive. You gotta join in the dance. But it isn't the dancing that you gotta improve. Ooh, it's your attitude. It's your attitude.
I know so many people I can play this song for. the world and shit.
It's all in your brain. Used all the old ways. Now it's all gotta change.
Good song. Relatable, catchy, it's got a little bounce. Strong message. Catch me now, I'm falling.
I remember when you were down and you needed a helping hand. I came to feed you, but now that I need you, you won't give me a second glance. Now I'm calling on citizens from all over the world. This is Captain America calling. I bailed you out when you were down on your knees. So will you catch me now? I'm falling. Help me now, I'm calling you. Catch me now, I'm falling. I'm in your hands, it's up to you. Catch me now, I'm falling. I remember when you were down, you would always come running to me. I never denied you, and I would guide you through all of your difficulties. Now I'm calling on citizens from all over the world. This is Captain America calling. I built you up when you were down on your knees. So will you catch me now? I'm falling. Help me now, I'm calling you. Catch me now, I'm falling. I'm in your hands, it's up to you. Catch me now, I'm falling. When you were broke, you would come to me, and I would always pull you around. Now I call your office on the telephone, and your secretary tells me that you're sorry, but you've been out of town. This is
Sexy
Captain
sex.
America calling. This is Captain America calling. Help me now, I'm calling you. Catch me now, I'm falling. I'm in your hands, it's up to you. Catch me now, I'm falling. 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 I stood by you through all of your depressions, and I lifted you when you were down. Now it's your chance to do the same for me. I call your office when the secretary tells me that you got out of town. This is Captain America calling. This is Captain America calling.
They've got good extended instrumentals in the middle of the song, stretching it out. This is easily a 4-minute song, but it's 6 minutes because of the instrumentals.
built you up when you were down on your knees. So will you catch me now? I'm falling.
I'm visualizing some rebellious 70s punk band instead of the Kinks singing this. It's a fun song. National health.
Nervous tension, man's invention is the biggest killer that's around today. Let the tension out or it will build inside and strike you down someday. Nervous tension, man's invention is the biggest waste of human energy. Let the tension out or it will surely kill, and that will be a tragedy. Valium helped me for a while, but somehow Valium always seems to bring me down. There's no pill I can recommend where side effects are guaranteed to send you round a bit. You gotta let out the tension with a little bit of exercise. Loosen up your muscles. Feel the knots in your body untied. Well,
Another fun song, but with a strong message. National health is important. I remember George Sr. really wanted to improve the national health.
Woke up this morning, started to sneeze, had a cigarette and a cup of tea. I looked in the
Wish I could
mirror,
fly like
what
Superman.
did I see? A 9-stone weakling with knobbly knees. I did my knees bend, press ups, touch my toes. Had another sneeze and I blew my nose. I looked in the mirror at my pigeon chest. I had to put on my clothes because it made me depressed. Surely there must be a way for me to change the shape I'm in. Dissatisfied with what I am, I wanna be a better man. Superman, wish I could fly like Superman. Superman, I wanna be like Superman. I wanna be like Superman. Wish I could fly like Superman. Woke up this morning, what did I see? A big black cloud hanging over me. I switched on the radio and nearly dropped dead. The news was so bad that I fell out of bed. There was a gas strike, oil strike, lorry strike, a bread strike. Gotta be a Superman to survive. Gas bills, rent bills, tax bills, phone bills. I'm such a wreck, but I'm staying alive. Hey girl, we gotta get out of this place. There's gotta be something better than this. I need you, but I hate to see you this way. If I was Superman, I'd fly you away. I'd really like to change the world, save it from the mess it's in. I'm too weak, I'm so thin. I'd like to fly, but I can't even swim. Wish I could fly like Superman. Wish I could fly like Superman.
It's got the signature disco style feel, disco style beat of the late 70s. Making me think of Rod Stewart's Do You Think I'm Sexy in some places. Good song. This had to have been somewhat of a hit, you know? I don't remember this song, but it had to have been. Low budget.
Cheap is small and not too steep, but best of all, cheap is cheap. Circumstance has forced my hand to be a cut-price person in a low-budget land. Times are hard, but we'll all survive. I just gotta learn to economize. I'm on a low stores. I'm dropping my standards so that I can buy more. Low budget sure keeps me on my toes. I count every penny and I watch where it goes. We're all on our uppers, we're all going skin. I used to suck cigars, but now I suck polo mints. I'm on a low budget. What did you say? Yeah, I'm on a low budget. I thought you said that. I'm on a low budget. I'm a cover price person in a low budget, man. I'm on a low budget. Art takes time, time is money, money is scarce, and that ain't funny. Millionaires are things of the past. We're in low budget film where nothing can last. Money is rare, there's none to be found, so don't think that I'm tight if I don't buy a round. I'm on a low budget. What did you say? Yes, I'm on a low budget. I thought you said that. I'm on a low budget. I'm a cut price person in a low budget land. Say it again. One more time.
Their songs are so relatable, witty, you know, it's got so much going on there. Simple but relatable, witty, tells a good story, entertaining.
In a space
In a space.
allocated to me by the human race, inhabiting this area until I die. This space is occupied. I'm in a space leased by kind permission of the human race. Close up I am big, but far away I'm small and hardly here at all. Cause in a space, out in space, we disappear without a trace. Now I'm out in inner space, and I'm looking at the people standing face to face and filling up the space. Men and women, boys and girls, there are so many people in the world, and all the people in it. And I'm staring at the stars and into the infinite, in a world within a world, on a planet that's drifting in a space. Seconds into minutes and minutes into hours and hours into days and days into months and months into years and years to decades. Days into thousands, thousands into millions, millions into billions, billions into millions, and billions into billions.
Good song.
See all the people with hatred in their eyes. I can't help thinking that it's only a disguise. 'Cause underneath that core there's gotta be more than what we realize. Maybe they're scared to let the inside out. Maybe they're afraid to show what they're all about. So they put on a heavy front and hope that no one else can work them out. So they put on all the heaviness, but it's only illusion heaviness. Can't you see? They're scared to show a little bit of emotion, a little bit of real emotion, in case a little bit of emotion gives them away. Look at that lady dancing round with no clothes. She'll give you all her body, that's if you got the dough. She'll let you see most anything, but there's one thing that she'll never show, and that's a little bit of real emotion, a little bit of true emotion, in case a little bit of emotion gives her away. But it's a shame she's acting that way. Somehow she's got to get through every day, and the only way is not to show a little bit of emotion, a little bit of true emotion, in case a little bit of emotion gives her away. People learn their lines, they act out their part, they talk on you, but it's got no heart. It's all on the surface, it's all contrived, they're scared to come out. Somehow they've got to survive. Look at that loony with a smile on his face. He knows no shame and he feels no disgrace. He got a look in his eye that makes it seem that he's from outer space. Maybe that loony knows what it's all about. He's got something to say, but he can't spit it out. He's uncoordinated, and so we shut him out. In case he shows a little bit of emotion, a little bit of real emotion, we're afraid to see a bit of emotion, so we walk away. Show a little bit of real emotion, show a little bit of emotion, we're afraid to see a bit of emotion, so we walk away.
Relatable. gallon of gas.
I've been waiting for years to buy a brand new Cadillac, but now that I've got one, I want to send it right back. I can afford the gas for my luxury limousine, but even if I had the dough, no one's got no gasoline. I went to my local dealer to see if he could set me straight. He said there's a little gas going, but you have to wait. But he offered some red hot speed and some really high grade light. But a gallon of gas can't be purchased anywhere for any amount of cash. I could score you some coke and some great one grass, but I can't get a gallon of gas. I got some dollars and speed, all the drugs that you need, but I can't get a gallon of gas. There's no more left to buy and sell, there's no more oil left in the well. A gallon of gas can't be purchased anywhere for any amount of cash. Who needs a car and a 747 when you can't buy a gallon of gas? Who needs a highway, an airport, or a jet when you can't get a gallon of gas? There's no more left to buy and sell, there's no more oil left in the well. A gallon of gas can't be purchased anywhere for any amount of cash. You can't buy a gallon of gas.
It's like owning all the beautiful guns and rifles of the world, but no bullets.
I know you got trouble, but you don't have to spread it about. Misery, you moan and you groan, but all the bad I can live without. Well, till you stop worrying about yourself, you'll never get anywhere with me. I'll still be hanging in there, but it's still a misery. Until you learn to laugh and never come to any parties at my house. And if you go on like this, the only house you'll ever visit is a nut house. Well, you're such a misery. Why don't you learn to laugh? Look in the mirror and don't take yourself so seriously. Dollar bills fall from the sky, but still you wouldn't be satisfied. But I'm not gonna let you depress me and turn into a misery. Until you learn to laugh and never come to any parties at my house. And if you don't learn to laugh, the only house you're gonna visit is a nut house. You're such a misery. Why don't you learn to laugh? Look in the mirror. Don't take yourself so seriously.
Almost every one of these songs so far has me thinking about someone I know that I'd like to play it for.
You're only happy when the feeling totally down. Misery, I only ever see it when the chin's hanging on the ground. Well, until you learn to laugh at yourself and such a misery. Well, oh, you're such a misery.
Every one of these songs in this album is relatable. It's down to earth, you know, it's nothing great or extravagant. Moving pictures.
Life is only a moving picture. Nothing in life is a permanent fixture. Oh no, oh no. Black girls, white girls, ooh, what a mixture. Looking as pretty as a picture. Oh no, oh no. We live, we die, no one knows why. We come, we go, we see the show. And it's life is only a moving picture. Life can sometimes not be very nice, but then you make your choice, so you must pay the price. You take the good and bad, but life's not worth the play. And it's
This is the coolest riff on this whole album.
life is only what you make it be. So make the verses rhyme and all the pieces fit. There isn't any time to make much sense of it. It's life is only a moving picture. Nothing in life is a permanent fixture. Oh no, oh no. We live, we die, no one knows why. We come, we go, we see the show. And it's look at all those moving pictures. Nothing in life is a permanent fixture. Oh no, oh no.
Right on. Great song, man. Great song. Moving Pictures. Moving Pictures and Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. Those are the two big standouts on this album for me. The whole album is really good, man. I really like the message behind everything that they are giving us here. You know, there's a little bit of wit in their delivery. There's a little bit of fun, lots of upbeat, moving parts going on. But at the back end of it, they've got something to say. That's what I like about the Kinks, right? And it's very relatable. None of these songs are big, extravagant tales taking you on a cerebral trip around the world or anything like that. It's just the everyday experience of the common man. Great album, man. Great album. Every song is excellent. And like I said, those two songs, each one from each side, are the standouts for me. And I could see Moving Pictures and Wish I Could Fly Like Superman probably being hits, maybe not big hits, but a moderate hit somewhere. I can see that. All right. Good album. Good listen. Let's do this. Let's read some bio information here about it. Find out some background, how it was conceived, why they wanted to produce it, how it came about, the inspirations, and all of that sort of good stuff. Low Budget. Low Budget is the 18th studio album by English rock group The Kinks, released in '79. Following the minor success of their 1978 album, Misfits, the band recorded the majority of the album in New York rather than London. Unlike the more nostalgic themes of many Kinks albums prior to Low Budget, many of the album songs allude to current events of the time. Musically, the album is a continuation of the band's arena rock phase, resulting in a more rock-based sound and more modern production techniques. Despite being a relative failure in the UK, Low Budget was a great success for the group in the US both critically and commercially, not only becoming their best-selling non-compilation album, but also peaking at number 11 on the American album charts. The lead single, Wish I Could Fly Like Superman, was also a minor hit in the US, reaching number 41. Just as I expected. Background. After spending the majority of the 70s focusing on lofty concept albums, such as the two-part Preservation album, the Kinks began to lose the commercial success they had regained with their 1970 hit single Lola. However, upon switching from RCA Records to Arista Records in the summer of '76, the band gradually began to regain commercial success in America. Abandoning the conceptual work they had created during their RCA years, the band's 1977 album Sleepwalker and 1978 album Misfits were both modest hits in the US, as were the respective singles A Rock and Roll Fantasy and Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. However, throughout this period, the band's lineup began to fluctuate, not only with both bassist John Dalton and his short-term replacement Andy Pyle and keyboardist John Gosling departing from the band, but founding drummer Mick Avery also considering leaving. Avery eventually agreed to stay, while ex-Argent bass player Jim Rodford and keyboardist Gordon John Edwards were recruited, the latter having played with the Pretty Things on their album Silk Torpedo. Argent, that's the name of the band. Someone was saying to me, yeah, Wayne, you should react to Argent's great hit. I think your listeners would love it. But they didn't tell me what the hit was. They didn't send me a link, nothing, right? So how the hell am I supposed to know, right? But Argent is the name of the band that I remember. If you guys know what that person is talking about, it was a lady. Let me know. Edwards was shortly afterwards fired from the group for failing to show up to sessions for Low Budget, although he recorded piano on at least one of the album's tracks, being replaced with Ian Gibbons following the album's release. Recording for Low Budget began in early '79 at the band's own Conch Studios in London, where Wish I Could Fly Like Superman, the result of Arista founder Clive Davis's request for a radio-friendly hit, and the album's title track were cut. After these sessions, the rest of the album was recorded at the Power Station and Blue Rock Studios in New York. Studio engineer John Rollo said of these initial sessions, "The album before Low Budget, Misfits, was beautifully recorded, but not that rock and roll. I think the first two songs I did, Wish I Could Fly Like Superman and Low Budget, went extremely well, and the band wanted to spend some time in New York to get away from distractions and keep it as a raw band recording." Okay, Yeah, it's really breaking down the recording steps here, each song and all that stuff. Let's skip over that part. It's a lot of details. Music and lyrics. After a decade of concept albums and songs that recalled simpler times, Low Budget marked a new direction for the Kinks by addressing contemporary issues such as inflation, labor disputes, which were especially severe in the UK during the 78-79 winter of discontent, and the 79 energy crisis. Songs such as Catch Me Now I'm Falling, which was Davies' take on America's declining influence in the world, Wish I Could Fly Like Superman, Low Budget, and A Gallon of Gas epitomized these themes. McAvery said of the album's lyrics, Ray's writing was previously too supple. When we did the big arenas in the late 70s, he was writing harder stuff that would come across. When we signed with Arista, Clive Davis would always talk about getting us into the bigger venues, and the music changed so we could get them across in the larger places. When we made Low Budget, that was a turning point, really. Okay. Yo, critics got a lot to say, damn. Okay, yeah, let's read their release and reception. Prior to the release of Low Budget, Wish I Could Fly Like Superman was released as a single in early 79, backed with Low Budget. Although the single failed to make an impact in Britain, it became a modest hit in America, reaching number 41. Low Budget was then released on the 10th of July 79 in America and on the 7th of September in Britain. The album proved to be a major success in the US, reaching number 11, the band's highest charting studio album to date. Despite the great commercial success the album achieved in America, the album, like every Kinks album since Something Else by the Kinks, was unable to chart in their native Britain. Follow-up singles to Superman were issued A Gallon of Gas and Catch Me Now I'm Falling in the US, Moving Pictures, and Pressure in Britain, but they failed to chart. Yeah, I really like Moving Pictures, man. The riff in Moving Pictures is really, really cool. Very catchy. Low Budget generally received positive receptions from music critics, despite most feeling the album was not perfect. Melody Maker spoke positively of the album, saying, Low Budget is actually worth spending money on. Rolling Stone also praised the album, saying, the Kinks haven't mounted this kind of rock and roll attack since Lola. They concluded Low Budget may not be the best of their 20-odd albums released in America, but it's not bad either. Philip Bash of Good Times wrote, strangely, Low Budget is an encouraging album. Their playing on this record is heartier than ever, and Ray himself is no longer coy in his delivery. Trouser Press critic Mark Fleischman said of Low Budget, flaws aside, it's still a great album. Cashbox mentioned the album's grittiness and topical lyrics, thought that the song Little Bit of Emotion should become a classic. Yeah, absolutely. In America, a version of Low Budget was issued on the 12-inch single of Superman that had the addition of 2 more verses. This version, like the extended Come Dancing 4 years later, has never been issued as a bonus track, despite many reissues of the album, and can only be found on vinyl. The Kinks launched an extensive concert tour in America to support the album. 6 of the 11 songs from the album are included on the double live album One for the Road, which was recorded in 79 and 1980 during the Low Budget tour. Okay. So that is the information given for this very, very good album, man. And like I said, for me, Moving Pictures and Wish I Could Fly Like Superman are the big ones for me. But, there are others that are really, really good. A Little Bit of Emotion was mentioned, and of course, Low Budget itself. But all of them relatable. All of them have an element of wittiness, like Attitude. Man, That almost made me laugh out loud because I'm thinking of certain people that I could play it for, So yeah, man, there is something for everyone on this album where it comes to the songs, and they're going all over the place where it comes to what they're choosing. Like I mentioned, that some verses in Pressure sounds like it's being sung by, a rebellious punk rock band. But then the next song switches things up, and then you see their variety and their creativity. You know what I mean? So they definitely can't be put in a box. But yeah, good album all around. Has a lot of variety, man. Lots to offer. All right, let me just check my notes coming up. Antoine. Antoine, your reaction is next. I think Antoine's got some Hendrix for us. Susan's got, I believe it's some Led Zeppelin stuff, Jimmy Page interview, or a short 30-minute documentary, something like that. Randy's got something for Rick Beato. Rick Beato's always got some interesting shit to say. So whenever someone sends me something with Rick Beato, I always find the time, sorry, Rick, I just, even though I'm subscribed to your channel, I don't have time to actually really sit down and watch much. But, within the confines of doing a reaction, which I do make time for, that's how, I get to see what you're up to. But it's usually when someone sends me something by you. So yeah, man, I got time for Rick Beato. I'm a fan of his. And Amy, I have no idea what Amy's got for me. Sometimes I don't look that far into the future. Whenever I get people send me recommendations, I just give them a thumbs up and put it into a folder, put it on the calendar, and then I don't really look at it until I get there. So, and sometimes it doesn't work well because then I find out, oh shit, the links aren't working, or there's different things. But it's not a big deal. I send a message back saying, hey, you got to send me a different link or something like that. But that's how it goes, man, and that's what we're looking at for the next little bit. When did I finish my entire Led Zeppelin chronology? I think I finished my Led Zeppelin chronology sometime in 2020. And in that period of time, I still get bothered by a lot of people talking about, you got to do more Led Zeppelin stuff. Jeez, man, you guys got to cut that shit out. It's not like I can take a gun and put it to their heads and say, make more Led Zeppelin stuff, because my subscribers are bugging the hell out of me to do more Led Zeppelin stuff. You want me to do more Led Zeppelin stuff? Then send me some shit. Just don't tell me, do more Led Zeppelin stuff. That's why I'm unsubscribing as a patron. Well, unsubscribe your ass, right? Because what am I going to do, right? So if you send me some Led Zeppelin stuff, I'll react to it, right? And don't even tell me that you're leaving. Just leave, right? But that's the biggest thing, I get still to this day when patrons come and leave with their questionnaire. Oh, he doesn't do enough Led Zeppelin stuff. Damn, man. I dare any one of you to find another reactor out there, past, present, who has done more Led Zeppelin content than me, and not just music. I'm sure that there's somebody out there that's got me beat where it comes to non-music Led Zeppelin stuff, but geez, some people really got to lay off of that shit. I don't even answer you anymore. I don't even listen anymore. So to the people who are these crazy fanatical Led Zeppelin fans still bugging my ass 2 years after I've completed all of the Led Zeppelin chronology, get off of that shit, right? And even though I don't do Led Zeppelin every single week or whatever it is, I'm a fan of Led Zeppelin now, so of course I'm gonna keep an eye and an ear open for whenever there's something interesting, and I'll share it with you. But don't expect a Led Zeppelin whatever every single damn week. That's just not gonna happen anymore. I'm no longer doing their chronology. You want me to start all over again? That's not gonna happen either. Anyway, that was an unplanned rant towards Led Zeppelin supporters, especially patrons. And if you want to leave because I'm not doing any Led Zeppelin reactions, just go, man. You know, I am not relying upon your patron support for a living or for anything. You know, the only reason why you're actually paying me money from Patreon is because of my precious time. I'm sharing my precious time with you. That is very, very important to me, and that's why I charge on Patreon, right? That's what you're paying for, is you're paying for my precious time. So I'm not relying upon your Patreon or your PayPal donations in regards to, oh, well, you're not doing enough Led Zeppelin, so therefore you're not worthy of my support. Yo, man, just book, hit the bricks, right? So that's what I gotta say to Patreon supporters, especially the ones still bugging me about Led Zeppelin. And if you'll notice, some are so ridiculous about it. I went within a month, I went from 95 to 75 patrons, and 15 of them I had to block. They were just pissing me off. So, you know, I said, bounce, just bounce, right? Some of them wouldn't leave, so then I had to block them. So, man, that is what's going on in the world of Wayne, where it comes to this sort of thing. And you know what? I'm going to write a book. People have been asking me, hey, you know, how do I do what you do? And, you know, give me a really good rundown and all of this sort of thing about how your daily reactions and the ups and the downs, pros and cons, and all of that sort of thing. Well, you know what? I'm going to write a book. I'm going to put it up on Amazon. I'll give you guys the link to it and all of that sort of thing. It'll probably be within the next year. It's going to be a combination of why I became a reactor, how you can become a reactor, what I've done. It's not that it is the best way, but it's my way, right? Because there's no roadmap or anything. Just one day I just decided, okay, I'm going to start a reaction channel. And then it's going to be very, very Led Zeppelin heavy, because Led Zeppelin really changed my entire outlook about the landscape of rock and roll that I wasn't planning. So where it comes to, hey, Wayne, write a book about your Led Zeppelin experience, a lot of it's going to be in there, but coupled with how to become a reactor, how I did it, and all of that sort of thing. Okay, so I'll start working on that in the next whenever. And so probably by next year, you'll see that, just so you guys know what's going on in my world. All right. That was totally unplanned, this last leg. Sorry about that, Alan. I took away attention from you. So, yeah, that's what's coming up in regards to what Susan's got for me. Something Led Zeppelin. I believe it's featuring Jimmy Page in a short documentary, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, sorry about the slight rant. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update as to what's going on in my world and how things are. So, next time you see me will be tomorrow, and that's going to be Antoine's Hendrix reaction. So until then, have a good one. Take care. I'll see you later. Peace.